What's going on, traders? In this video, we are going to talk about Apple and Apple earnings. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, targets, concerns, all that and more. Before we start, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below. Let's get into the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I am feeling good. I'm looking good. I got 12 hours of sleep. So it has been an amazing weekend for me. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend as well. So let's get into Apple. So one thing we talk about all the time is historically, Apple tends to run up into its earnings more often than not. If we look at the last earnings, Apple has run up into it and then eventually ended up selling off before recovering all over again, right? So here you pump towards the upside, earnings came, you sold off, right? Same thing with the earnings before that, right? You ran up into the earnings and then you sold off and then ended up recovering and sold off all over again, right? That was when we got the tariff news and all that fun stuff, right? Earnings before that, pretty much the same thing. You ran up into earnings and then you sold off. So more often than not, and it's not 100% guaranteed. So here, for example, you sold off and then you ended up recovering, but more often than not, Apple runs up into its earnings. And right now you are witnessing the same thing. And so the question is, well, if Apple tends to do the opposite after its earnings, is the same thing going to happen? I don't think that's going to be the case this time. Okay, I don't. Now, earnings is 100% gambling. It's 50-50, right? You're more likely to lose than win on earnings, whether it's IV crush or simply losing the play altogether. So take what I say with a grain of salt. At the end of the day, you are listening to a Chihuahua with oven mitts on. So if you want to follow a Chihuahua with oven mitts on, I question your sanity. But at the end of the day, if we're talking about Apple, one thing I've mentioned in the Discord, and I think I mentioned in the last video, is that Apple needs to announce something AI related. It is falling behind, or it's already behind, the Mag 7 when it comes to AI. You're talking about NVIDIA. You're talking about Microsoft, Google, all Meta. Apple is falling behind, and I don't think Apple can go another quarter without announcing something AI related, whether it's a partnership, a deal, whatever the case may be. Apple needs to do something new. It cannot keep giving consumers the same crap over and over when it comes to Siri, iPhones, iPads, whatever the case may be. It cannot keep giving the consumers the same thing. It has to do something new, or it's going to fall behind the Mag 7. Now, at the end of the day, Apple is Apple, right? Apple is not stupid. They know that they need to do something, right? So I don't think Apple is dumb, and they're not going to fall off the face of the earth, even if they don't announce something AI related. But I do think a big announcement is coming when it comes to Apple, and it doesn't even have to happen on earnings. But I do believe that they will need to do something pretty soon. So if we're looking at the charts, one target that we are looking at is 220, right? And so if you're wondering where I'm getting this target from, well, obviously we're looking at this gap fill here, right, all the way right here. Not only that, but if we look in the past, we've seen that we've continuously bounced off that 220 level in the past. Not only bounced, but rejected. So here, if we zoom in, right, we rejected here, we rejected here, we did our little dance here, but ultimately ended up recovering this resistance now support line, or at this time support line, and then you bounced here, right? You consolidated here, you broke below here, bears got faked out, and then you ended up consolidating before breaking down all over again. And that was, I believe this is when we got tariff news, right? But at the end of the day, I do believe Apple is going to see at minimum 220, especially if it can get above 250. Now you're probably like, oh, there's no way you made this video to tell us that Apple is only going to 220 or something so obvious as a gap fill, right? Well, if we get a closer look on the daily time frame, Apple is forming, or has already formed, a bullish pennant, right? You can argue that this is a bull flag as well. It's completely fine. It doesn't necessarily matter. The overall point here is that this is a very bullish pattern that's showing up on the daily time frame, right? And so the question is, well, what is the measured move or projected move for this, right? So you have your pole here, you have your pennant here, or flag here, whatever one you wanted to call it. And as you guys can see, we broke out of here. Not only did we break out, but we retested, right? This is beautiful. We consolidated, we retested, and it looks like Apple is trying to break further to the upside, and at least at minimum fill this gap at 220, between 220 and 222. But the question is, what is the projected measured move for this? Well, all we have to do is drag the flagpole to the original breaking point here, and you're talking about a move all the way to the 250s, 260s when it comes to Apple. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but again, Apple is falling behind when it comes to AI, and I genuinely believe they cannot afford another quarter without doing something. specifically doing something new. Okay, they have to do something new. They can't keep giving consumers the same regurgitated crap, right? But not only that, but there is a sneaky gap all the way up in this area. If we look at the weekly time frame, there's a very, very sneaky gap within the 240s. Okay, so right here is what you're looking at. Very sneaky fair value gap here. All right, so at minimum, I think Apple can see 220. Max, I'm looking at about 240, 250. Again, earnings is 100% gambling. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Is what it is. You know, do your own research, do your own due diligence, right? And that's pretty much the video when it comes to Apple. And so another thing I want to address, right? This is kind of a rant here. Someone in my last video, he's always crying in every one of my videos. He thinks he's the Avenger of accountability. He thinks he's the Dark Knight of accountability. He thinks he's Captain Accountability. I don't know who he thinks he is, but he's trying his hardest to hold me accountable for something I said all the way in May. Mind you, it's July. It's about to be August. So. Grown man, by the way. But he said, I slowed down on my videos. And mind you, I only slowed down for a week. God forbid I take a break for 1 week, right? He said I slowed down on my videos because I've been wrong for the past 3 months. So let's take a look at the Discord, because it's funny, every video, or majority of my videos, I post our winners, I talk about our winners, and I talk about even our losers in the Discord. So if we're looking at the Discord winners tab, I mean, I'm so wrong. I'm so wrong. Support and resistance lines don't work. Titan, bro, you are the man again. Thank you so much and be blessed always. Happy Friday, happy weekend. See you Monday, bro. Mind you, he joined like 2 weeks ago. Made $800. I'm so wrong. Oh man. Support and resistance lines don't work. Trend lines don't work. Oh, I'm so wrong. Hold me accountable. Please, someone hold me accountable for all these winnings in the Discord. Oh, Titan giveth. Someone hold me accountable for this. Someone, please. Thank you for calling this play yesterday, Titan. Booyah. I mean, I can keep going. But I've been so wrong. Like, what am I doing wrong? Support and resistance don't work. Trend lines don't work. Patterns don't work. But yet you keep watching my channel. I don't understand why you keep watching my channel. And what made me acknowledge this is because I hate when people come in my comments and talk crap to other people in my comments that's supportive of the channel, right? I can't stand that, right? If you want to be a hater on your own. Don't start dragging other people into it. Titan, I mean, the list goes on, guys. And he pretty much said that stop promoting or stop volunteering to promote something. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the more you comment, the more you like or watch my videos, the more you're promoting my channel. So it's kind of contradicting that you're trying to hate on the channel but promoting the channel at the same time. But at the end of the day, I mean, it speaks for itself, guys. I can keep going. Majority of these are my plays. Some of them are Discord members' plays. But at the end of the day, you would think that if I'm losing, if I'm so wrong, if I'm wrong for 3 months straight in a group of 600 members, you would think that we'll see some rioting in the Discord. We'll see some comments, or like at least 200 comments in my YouTube videos complaining. But it's always the 1 or 2 people in my videos every single time. Small account growing, thanks Titan. I mean, I can keep going. I can keep going. So at the end of the day, if you're new to the channel, you want to listen to the haters in the comments, I'm going to give you guys backstories on a lot of these haters. Majority of them are either people I kicked out of the group because they were disrespectful and they're upset about it. And I didn't refund them as well. So they're upset that they lost their $40 because the group was like $40 a month at that time. So they're either upset about that, I didn't refund them, or they are trying to promote their own channel by using my channel. So they like to backstab people, steal people's hard work, and they try to, get members off another Discord group, or they try to get attention from another YouTube channel and bring attention to themselves. And I'm not making this stuff up. Like, I literally have to delete comments on people trying to promote their own plays under my videos, right? And trying to steal members, and then he'll sneak in something like, I'm doing it for free, I'm not charging for it, unlike Titan, like stuff like that. So if you want to follow snakes and people who can't work for themselves and build their own business and build their own foundation themselves and need to backstab other people, grown men, by the way, if you want to backstab other people and follow people like that, by all means. If you want to listen to people like that, by all means. But if you're going to hold me accountable, hold yourself accountable. Okay, I've already acknowledged I was wrong in May. Why are we still talking about it 2 months later? I don't know. I mean, women don't even hold grudges this long. I mean, they kind of do, but I got women on my channel and they don't even say anything. They don't hold grudges or anything. They show love in the Discord. They show love on my channel. So the fact that you guys some of you are grown men still mad about the month of May, It's crazy. Crazy work. You're a grown man. Get over it. Move on. We're still making money. And I'm going to say this every video. People hate success that is not attached to them. I'll repeat it again. People hate success that's not attached to them. And that's the video, guys. So hopefully you got something out of this. Apple is looking good. It's looking bullish. It sucks. It moves like dirt, right? But I do believe that something big is coming for Apple, and it's going to be all over your face. All right. Until the next video, traders, have a good one. Let me know what you think in the comments below.